Hola alumnos, ahora vamos a estudiar los mandatos afirmativos informales. La información para esta lección está en las páginas 138 y 139. Affirmative informal commands are used to tell children, close friends, relatives, and pets to do something. We are commanding them to do something. Most to commands are very easy to form, and the reason for this is because we are just conjugating the verb in the third person singular form of the present indicative. So let's review a few simple verbs that we already know how to use and see how we would put them in the informal command form. So we start out with the infinitive cantar, and then we think, what is the third person singular conjugated form of that verb? So when we think of third person singular, we think of él, ella, usted. So how would we say that verb in the form for él, ella, usted? Well, the infinitive cantar, meaning to sing, in the third person singular would be canta. Therefore, the informal command for the verb cantar is canta. So if we wanted to tell a friend, sing, we would say canta. But you have to say it with emotion. We can't just say, since this is a command, we need to put some emotion behind it. So canta. Muy bien. The next infinitive that we have is beber. Third person singular, bebe. Therefore, if we want to tell someone, drink, like if we're trying to tell a little kid, drink your milk, we would say bebe. Imprimir. Fun one. Imprimir meaning to print. In the third person singular, we would say imprime. If we're using this in a command form, like I do frequently, when I'm talking to the printer that's working very slowly and I want to say, come on, print, I would say imprime. We also have the infinitive disfrutar. Disfrutar meaning to enjoy. So, in the third person singular form, we would say disfruta. Therefore, the command form would be disfruta. If we're telling someone, enjoy. Maybe they're coming to a party. Enjoy. Disfruta. Finally, we have the verb leer. Leer meaning to read. In the third person singular, we would say lee. Therefore, in the informal command form, we would say lee. If we want to tell someone, read. Muy bien. Underneath, at the bottom of our lesson guide, we have los mandatos informales irregulares. There are some irregular informal commands. For example, if we have the verb dar, meaning to give, the informal command would be da. Hacer, haz. Ir, ve. Poner, pon. Salir, sal. Ser, sé. And notice, sé has an accent. Tener, ten. Decir, di. Muy bien. So practice these command forms. You can use them when you're speaking to your friends to be able to tell them, do this, do that. Muy bien. Just don't be mean. Excelente. So, until next time, nos vemos.